Welcome back, everyone, and I'm here again with SBR contributor Jordan Sharp, and today we're going to be looking at how those odds have been acting up for the game between the San Francisco 49ers and the New York Giants. How you doing today, brother?
Doing good, Dax. Thanks, man.
All righty, Jordan. So Giants, well, they're not what they used to be, man, and the bookies at PinnacleSports.com, they pretty much agree as they opened up favoring the Niners by 3 points. Now, since then, that line just kept on going up north, and we can now find it at 3.5 and even 4.5 in some cases. But the norm has pretty much been 4 points. And I'm thinking that bookies are being very conservative, mainly because of the fact that they're on the road. But I can actually see the Niners winning this one by a touchdown, man. What do you think? Where do you think the line's going to close out before kickoff? Yeah,
this game's actually really interesting because it's kind of it seems like every time the Niners want to get up the line past 4.5, and so it looks like it gets bet back down. And there's still a segment of people that think the Giants are going to be a pretty good play here at home. I think 3.5 is where I would think we're going to see it close. I think some of these lines that some of these books that have 4 right now, like 5 dimes, and bookmaker probably going to see the line drop just a little bit down to 3.5, which is where it sits at at Pinnacle, Heritage, a couple other places right now. But the Giants are that team that if they turn it on at home here, they could really easily give the the 49ers a game. But then, like you said, it's completely different, and the Niners could win this game by 10 points. We don't know. But my inclination would probably be to go with you, and probably with the way they've been playing, the 49ers are probably the bet here, even though they are traveling a very long distance for this game late in the season, which I think is a factor.
Definitely.
But yeah, I think if you can get it at 3.5 still, even if it touches 3 again, which would surprise me. If it does, I think it would definitely be a pretty good wager here for this week's game. This is going to be a good game regardless of the final score, whether or not it's two or 3 scores or whether or not it's 1 score. But I do think that the 49ers just their defense has just been absolutely on fire recently. It's hard to bet against that with some of the inconsistency Giants have faced this season.
Yeah, I agree, man. I mean, the way that Eli's been playing so far, he's just not in his self, man. I mean, I think that it all kind of starts from Coughlin, and the whole deal is that he might be getting a little too old for this or something. I just don't know, man. I mean, the Giants aren't the same team that we were used to. A lot of injuries have happened to the team, which I know is a big concern for them. And yeah, I mean, you point out that fact that the Niners are going to be traveling to the East Coast and all, but still, I really don't think that that's going to be a major factor considering the fact that, they are used to these types of traveling games and all. Their defense is just way too good right now, and the way that Eli's been playing, I just doubt that they're going to have anything to go for them. I don't know, man. I mean, I'd lay the 3.5, 4, even 5 points in this case, man.
Wow, bullish on the 49ers. Look at you. Earlier in the day when we were doing the Minnesota-Chicago call, you thought that Mark Trestman's seat was getting a little hot. Now you're thinking that Cleveland's time tenure, mind you, not 1 but 2 Super Bowl rings, and you think his seat's getting a little. Is there any other coaches that you want to fire right now in the NFL? Let's get this out right here. Anybody else? I mean, Oakland already fired a coach this year, so even though they still deserve it. I mean, anybody else on the list that you think possibly deserves to lose the job? You can't say. What about Atlanta? What about Mike Smith in Atlanta?
No, I think he's still good, but you know who I'm thinking about should get fired immediately. Effective immediately, and I think he hails from New York as well.
Oh, you think Rex is gone? I don't know, man. I mean. They had a pretty, I don't know. I would say that New York has a Rex Ryan fascination, and he's one of the reasons you come to see the Jets right now, just so you can just poke fun at Rex Ryan. So I would think that I think Mike Smith's seat is hotter than any of the guys we've talked about, man. I think that Atlanta. I think this year for him, with Arthur Blank, kind of looking at him as he's been there a while, but what have you done for me lately type of thing. I think this was his year, his make or break year. I think you saw it a little bit if you watched Hard Knocks this last year, that I think his seat might be a little warm. I think going back to this game, Coughlin is safe. I think until
really?
He wants that job. I just feel like this is. I think that he has a little longer leash than anybody else. I would agree with you though that. If any New York coach is getting fired this year, it's Rex. It's not Tom Coughlin. But it's not running away. But his seat's a little warm, but it's not hot.
Yeah, I mean, we might be agreeing to disagree at this point. But anyways, I mean, Jordan, it's a pleasure talking football with you, and I look forward to doing this again next week, man.
All right, thanks, Dax.
No problem. For SBR Picks, this is Dax Floyd.
The SBR Network offers free sports picks and game breakdowns. big money free betting contests year-round, a real-time Vegas-style odds monitoring service, and much more. So come see for yourself. To stay updated on SBR news and promotions, follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and Google+, and do be sure to subscribe to the Sportsbook Review YouTube channel to catch all our daily sports shows.